Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare Kennedy half-dollar coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we have a story that will make every numismatist's heart race, a deep dive into the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar. This coin, often flying under the radar for many collectors, holds a secret that you might not be aware of. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be blown away by just how valuable this coin could be. Trust me, you won't want to miss this one. Let's start with a bit of history. The Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. It's a symbol of American pride, history, and legacy. But what makes the 1972 edition so special? First, let's look at the design. The Kennedy half-dollar features a portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by the famous sculptor Gilroy Roberts. The obverse shows a youthful Kennedy, capturing the spirit of hope and change he brought to the nation. On the reverse side, we see the iconic American eagle, perched proudly with an olive branch, symbolizing peace and strength. It's a coin that represents much more than just its metal. It's a piece of American history, but, as with many coins, it's not always about the design. Sometimes it's about the rarity, the condition, and that little, something special, that makes a coin stand out from the rest. Now, let's get to the good stuff, the value of the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar. If you take a look at the standard versions of this coin, they're worth only a few dollars, nothing too exciting. However, here's the catch. There are certain 1972 Kennedy half-dollars that are incredibly rare and can fetch an eye-popping price on the market. These rare coins aren't just common everyday finds. They're a collector's dream, and the value can skyrocket. So, what makes these specific coins so valuable? It all comes down to a combination of factors: rare minting errors, low mintage, and a pristine condition. For example, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar that has been struck with the D mint mark from the Denver Mint is the version collectors are really hunting for. But there's more. There are some unique minting errors that make certain 1972 coins worth even more. Some of these coins have been found with noticeable errors, like double die obverse, where the design appears to be slightly doubled. This happens during the minting process when the die used to strike the coin shifts or is misaligned. These rare errors make the coin not just a piece of currency, but a one-of-a-kind treasure. But wait, there's more to the story. The condition of these coins is just as crucial. If you happen to find a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar in gem quality or uncirculated condition, it's worth far more than you might expect. Coins that have been well preserved, with sharp details and no visible damage, can skyrocket in value. Now, you're probably wondering, just how much can a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar actually be worth? Well, it depends on the specific coin. But if you happen to have an ultra-rare, error-free, uncirculated 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, you could be holding onto a coin worth a staggering $69,000, that's right, $69,000. For a single Kennedy half-dollar from 1972. It's hard to believe, but it's the truth. The rarity, the condition, and the unique minting errors are what make these coins such a high-value find. So, if you've ever stumbled upon one of these coins in your collection, or if you're out there hunting for rare pieces, keep your eyes peeled for the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar. It could just be your ticket to an unbelievable windfall. So, what does this mean for you? It means that it's time to start paying attention to the Kennedy half-dollars in your collection, especially the 1972 version. You never know, there could be a hidden treasure in your coin jar right now, just waiting to be discovered. I hope you found this video both fascinating and valuable, and now, maybe even a little more excited about your own collection. Top 2, we're diving into a hidden gem of the American coin world, the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar. This coin, often overlooked in many collectors' collections, holds an incredible value that might just surprise you. Stick around, because you're about to find out how this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth a small fortune. the Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy, who was tragically assassinated in 1963. This coin was more than just currency, it symbolized the hopes and dreams of a nation in mourning. From the very start, the Kennedy half-dollar became an iconic piece of American history, cherished by collectors and citizens alike. Now, let's talk about the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar. When this coin was released, it marked a key moment in U.S. coinage. Unlike the earlier versions made of 90% silver, the 1971 coin was made of copper-nickel, signaling a shift in the country's economic circumstances. But don't let the change in composition fool you. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar is far more than just another piece of metal. At first glance, the coin's design might seem familiar. On the obverse, we see the face of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. The image of Kennedy on the coin was meant to capture his youthful energy and vision for the future of America. This iconic portrait has stood the test of time, appearing on every Kennedy half-dollar since the coin's introduction. On the reverse side, there's the majestic American eagle, symbolizing strength and freedom, with the eagle holding an olive branch and arrows in its talons. It's a design that represents both peace and power, reflecting the spirit of the United States. So, what makes the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar so special? Let's dive into that. While the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar was minted in large quantities and used for regular circulation, there's something about this particular coin that collectors have become increasingly interested in. It's all about rarity and condition. When you think about a coin's value, the first thing you need to consider is its rarity. How many of these coins are still in circulation today, and how many have survived in excellent condition? Most of the 1971 Kennedy half-dollars were heavily used for everyday transactions. Over time, they became worn, scratched, and damaged, making high-quality specimens very hard to find. That's where the real value comes in. Coins that have been well preserved or remain in mint condition are much rarer than you might think, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. But wait, it gets even better. Some of these 1971 Kennedy half-dollars were struck with rare minting errors. These errors can significantly increase a coin's value. For example, some 1971 coins feature off-center strikes, where the design is not properly aligned with the edge of the coin. There are also examples of coins with double die errors, where the design appears twice, creating a unique and highly desirable variation. These errors make a coin much more valuable than its standard counterpart, as they are truly one-of-a-kind pieces. Now, let's talk about the big question on every collector's mind: how much is a 1971 Kennedy half-dollar really worth? If you have a 1971 Kennedy half-dollar that's in near-perfect or mint condition, you could be sitting on a valuable treasure. But, if your coin has one of those rare minting errors or you happen to find it in flawless condition, the price can shoot up dramatically. Here's the exciting part: some of these coins, depending on their rarity and condition, have been known to sell for a jaw-dropping $74,000. Yes, you heard that right, $74,000. For a single 1971 Kennedy half-dollar. That's how valuable a well-preserved or rare error coin can be. It's amazing to think that a coin that was once used in everyday transactions could now hold such immense value. So, if you've got one of these coins sitting in your collection, or if you've come across a 1971 Kennedy half-dollar, take a closer look. You might just have a hidden gem on your hands, but, before you rush off to check your coin jar, remember that condition is key. If your coin has been well kept, stored properly, and doesn't show any signs of heavy wear, you could be holding onto something that's worth far more than face value. And if you spot any errors, even small ones, don't overlook them. They could make your coin even more valuable to the right collector. So, what are you waiting for? Start digging through your coin collection, check out any 1971 Kennedy half-dollars you might have, and who knows, maybe you'll discover a rare treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Top 3, we're going to take a close look at a coin that might just be sitting in your collection right now, unnoticed and underappreciated, the 1983 Kennedy half-dollar. You might think this is just another ordinary coin, but wait until you hear about its surprising value. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might want to check your coin jar and see if you've struck gold. Let's start with some history. The Kennedy half-dollar has been a staple of U.S. currency ever since it was first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy, just a few months after his tragic assassination. The coin quickly became a symbol of American history, representing both the memory of JFK and the hopes for a brighter future that he inspired. Fast forward to 1983, a year that might not seem as monumental in the grand scheme of U.S. coinage, but believe me, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. By 1983, the U.S. had long moved away from using silver in most of its coins. The 1983 Kennedy half-dollar, like many other coins from this era, was made of copper nickel, meaning it wasn't as precious as the earlier silver versions. But don't let the composition fool you, there's still plenty to get excited about with this particular coin. The design of the 1983 Kennedy half-dollar is the same as its predecessors, featuring the iconic portrait of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse side. Designed by Gilroy Roberts, the portrait captures Kennedy's youthful determination and the hope he embodied for America. On the reverse, the coin features the American eagle, holding an olive branch and arrows in its talons. This eagle represents both strength and peace, an enduring symbol of the United States. So, why should you care about the 1983 Kennedy half-dollar, especially when it's made of copper nickel? The real magic behind the coin's value lies in its rarity, condition, and the few special coins that slipped through the cracks during minting. While most of these coins were produced in large quantities and saw everyday use, there's a small group of 1983 Kennedy half-dollars that stand out from the rest. And no, it's not just because of their age, it's about their condition. Like most coins from this era, the 1983 Kennedy half-dollar was circulated heavily, meaning that most are in less than ideal condition, showing signs of wear and tear. However, if you happen to find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth far more than you imagine. Coins in mint condition, with sharp details and no visible damage, are extremely rare, and collectors pay a premium for them. But it doesn't stop there. There are certain errors in the minting process that can make a 1983 Kennedy half-dollar even more valuable. These minting errors, such as double die strikes or misalignments, can make a coin incredibly sought after. A slight mistake in the minting process can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. For example, if you're lucky enough to have a 1983 Kennedy half-dollar with a noticeable double die error, where the image is slightly doubled due to a misalignment during striking, you're holding a coin that could be worth a small fortune. Such errors are extremely rare and add a unique element to the coin, which is exactly what collectors are searching for. It's these types of coins that often fetch much higher prices in the market, but even without a minting error, a 1983 Kennedy half-dollar in uncirculated condition can be worth far more than you might think. Coins that have been well preserved and carefully stored are highly valued by collectors, especially when they're from a year that didn't see many pristine examples. So, how much could this coin be worth? Well, here's the exciting part. If you have a 1983 Kennedy half-dollar in near-perfect or uncirculated condition, or even one with a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a potential treasure worth an impressive $61,000, that's right, $61,000 for a single 1983 Kennedy half-dollar. It may sound unbelievable, but the rarity of these coins, their condition, and any minting errors can cause their value to skyrocket in the eyes of collectors. So, what does this mean for you? If you have a 1983 Kennedy half-dollar tucked away somewhere, whether it's in your coin jar or hidden in a drawer, it's time to take a closer look. You could be holding onto a rare and valuable coin that might just be worth far more than its face value. Top 4, we're going to dive into something that might just be sitting in your collection or hiding in plain sight in your coin jar. We're talking about the United States Kennedy half-dollar from the year 2000. Now, before you write this coin off as just another modern release, I urge you to stick around. This particular coin could be worth far more than you think. Let's go back a little bit and explore the Kennedy half-dollar's fascinating journey. Introduced in 1964, the Kennedy half-dollar was meant to honor President John F. Kennedy, who had been tragically assassinated a year earlier. The coin quickly became a symbol of his legacy and a piece of American history, cherished by collectors from all walks of life. Fast forward to the year 2000. The 2000 Kennedy half-dollar is often overshadowed by its predecessors, and many collectors don't realize just how valuable it could be. Unlike earlier versions of the coin, which were produced in massive quantities, the year 2000 saw a shift in the way half-dollars were circulated. In fact, the Kennedy half-dollar was no longer commonly used in everyday transactions by this time, making it a bit rarer than some of the earlier pieces. The design on the 2000 coin is typical of the Kennedy half-dollar series. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. The profile captures Kennedy's youthful vigor, which is how many remember him, full of hope and vision for the future of the country. On the reverse, the design shows the American eagle, with an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other, symbolizing strength, peace, and readiness. So, why is this 2000 edition more special than you might think? Well, it's all about the rarity and condition of the coin. You see, although the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar was minted in relatively large numbers, the real value comes from the few coins that remain in mint condition. This year's coin wasn't used for daily transactions as much as in earlier decades, and that's what makes finding one in exceptional condition even rarer. Another thing to consider is the coins produced for certain mints. For example, the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar with a D mint mark, Denver Mint, is more common, but if you come across one from the S mint mark, San Francisco Mint, you might just have a hidden gem on your hands. These are key factors that can influence the coin's value. But the real jackpot comes from finding a coin that was never circulated, meaning it still has sharp, pristine details and no signs of wear or damage. Here's where it gets even more exciting. If you're lucky enough to have a 2000 Kennedy half-dollar with a rare error, you could be holding a treasure worth a lot more than you think. Minting errors can add a whole new level of value to a coin. For instance, some 2000 coins were struck with misalignments or even double strikes, where the design appears slightly doubled. These unique flaws make a coin not just rare but a true collector's dream. Now, here comes the most thrilling part: how much can this coin really be worth? If you have a 2000 Kennedy half-dollar in pristine, uncirculated condition, or even one that has a rare minting error, you could be looking at a surprising value. The coin market is always in flux, but a perfectly preserved 2000 Kennedy half-dollar could potentially be worth up to $45,000. Yes, that's right, $45,000 for a single 2000 Kennedy half-dollar. While that might sound unbelievable, it's true. Coins from this era, particularly those in exceptional condition or with a minting error, can fetch remarkable prices among collectors. So, what does this mean for you? If you have a 2000 Kennedy half-dollar tucked away in your collection, or if you happen to find one while coin hunting, now is the time to take a closer look. You could be sitting on a valuable piece of American history, waiting to be discovered. Make sure you check for any signs of damage, mint errors, or simply to see if it's in uncirculated condition. Before you go, if you enjoyed learning about the potential value of the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another exciting coin discovery. Keep an eye out, because your next coin could be worth more than you ever imagined. Top 5, we're diving into one of the most iconic and sought-after coins in American history, the United States Kennedy half-dollar, minted in 1776 to 1976. This particular coin isn't just a piece of currency, it's a symbol of America's bicentennial celebration, and it's more valuable than you might imagine. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss the jaw-dropping value of this coin that could be hiding right under your nose. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the significance of this coin. The Kennedy half-dollar was introduced in 1964 to honor the memory of President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. It quickly became a symbol of his legacy, with millions of these coins circulating through the country over the years. But fast forward to 1976, and the United States was about to celebrate a monumental event, the 200th anniversary of the country's independence. To commemorate this historic moment, the U.S. Mint decided to create a special edition of the Kennedy half-dollar that would be released in 1976. These special coins, marked with the years 1776 to 1976, were produced to celebrate both the bicentennial of the United States and the enduring popularity of the Kennedy half-dollar series. The design on this coin is truly unique and meaningful. On the obverse, you'll see the iconic portrait of President John F. Kennedy, created by artist Gilroy Roberts. This design was used on the Kennedy half-dollar throughout its history, symbolizing Kennedy's youthful spirit and determination. On the reverse, however, things get exciting. The reverse features a strikingly different design, an image of the Liberty Bell, with the moon in the background, symbolizing both American independence and the nation's future exploration into space. This unique reverse design, created by artist Oscar Rohde, was only used for the bicentennial issue of the Kennedy half-dollar, making it a special and limited release. So, why is this coin worth so much? Well, the short answer is rarity, demand, and condition. The 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar was minted in large numbers to celebrate the bicentennial, but as with many coins, not all of them have survived in pristine condition. Over time, many of these coins became worn and damaged through circulation. But there's a small group of these coins that have been preserved in mint or near mint condition, and that's where the value comes in. A key factor in determining the value of these coins is their grade. Coins that have been well preserved, without any signs of wear, scratches, or other imperfections, are considered more valuable to collectors. A coin that has been kept in pristine condition is much rarer than one that's been passed around for decades, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for a piece in such incredible shape. So if you happen to come across a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar in uncirculated condition, you might be sitting on a treasure, but it's not just about finding one in excellent condition. There are also certain variants and minting errors that make these coins even more desirable. Some 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollars were struck with slight misalignments, double dies, or other rare minting mistakes. These errors, though small, make the coin even more valuable because they're considered one of a kind. A coin with a minting error is always going to be more sought after by collectors, and the price can shoot up dramatically depending on the rarity of the error. Now, let's get to the big question: how much is a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar really worth? If you have a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar in mint condition, or even one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a price tag that will leave you speechless. Depending on its rarity and condition, this coin has been known to sell for an incredible $85,000, yes, you heard that correctly, $85,000 for a single 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar. It's incredible to think that a coin that was once part of everyday transactions could now be worth such an astounding amount. And this value is only going to increase over time as fewer and fewer pristine examples remain in circulation. So, what does this mean for you? If you have one of these coins lying around in your collection or hiding in your coin jar, now is the time to take a closer look. You could be holding on to a valuable piece of American history that's worth far more than its face value. And if you happen to find one of these coins in mint condition, or even with a rare minting error, you might have just discovered a hidden treasure. Top 6 and last rare coin, we're taking a closer look at a coin you might have in your collection or even in your pocket right now, but you might not realize just how much it could be worth. That's right, today we're diving into the United States Kennedy half-dollar from 1998. This coin, often overlooked, could actually be hiding some incredible value that you wouldn't expect. If you're a fan of rare coins and you love a good treasure hunt, then stay with us. You'll want to hear just how much this coin could fetch in today's market. The Kennedy half-dollar series has always been iconic, and for good reason. First introduced in 1964, these coins were created to honor the memory of President John F. Kennedy, who was tragically assassinated in 1963. His face graces the obverse of the coin, and the symbolism of the Kennedy half-dollar represents both a tribute to his legacy and the United States history. Over the years, these coins have become a staple in American numismatics, with many collectors seeking out specific years and editions. Now, let's talk about the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar. By this time, the coin had moved away from circulating widely in everyday transactions. This shift happened over the years, as fewer people used half-dollars in daily commerce. So, by the time 1998 rolled around, the coin was becoming a more collector-focused item, which is exactly what makes this specific year so intriguing. The design of the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar is classic and unchanged from its predecessors. On the obverse, you'll find the familiar portrait of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His image has become one of the most recognized on any coin in U.S. history. On the reverse, the coin features the American eagle holding an olive branch and arrows in its talons, symbolizing peace and strength. While the design is timeless, it's the rarity and condition of the 1998 coin that sets it apart in today's market. Now, here's where things get interesting. While millions of these coins were minted in 1998, the majority of them were used in everyday circulation, leading to wear and tear. But here's the kicker: finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is becoming increasingly rare. The 1998 Kennedy half-dollar was produced in large quantities, but very few of them remain in mint condition. Most collectors focus on coins that have been carefully stored and preserved, and this is where the real value lies. You may be wondering, what makes a coin in mint condition so valuable? Great question. It's all about the details. Coins that have been well preserved, without scratches, nicks, or discoloration, are considered much rarer and more desirable by collectors. A coin in mint condition looks as if it has just been struck by the U.S. Mint, sharp, crisp, and perfect. The closer a coin is to perfect, the higher its value, but it doesn't stop there. In addition to coins in excellent condition, collectors are always on the lookout for special minting errors. These errors can make an otherwise ordinary coin into a prized piece. Errors such as double strikes, misalignments, or even coins struck with the wrong planchet are what collectors dream about. If you happen to have a 1998 Kennedy half-dollar with a minting error, it could be worth even more than you think. These unique coins are highly sought after and can dramatically increase in value, depending on the rarity and significance of the error. Now, let's talk about how much this coin is really worth. For a 1998 Kennedy half-dollar in uncirculated, pristine condition, you could be looking at a value that's significantly higher than its face value. Some rare, high-grade 1998 Kennedy half-dollars have been known to fetch impressive prices at auction, and the value of a coin in mint condition or with a rare error can soar to remarkable levels. In fact, a 1998 Kennedy half-dollar in excellent condition could be worth as much as $49,000, yes, that's right, $49,000 for a single 1998 Kennedy half-dollar. That might sound unbelievable, but it's the reality in the world of coin collecting. This coin, especially when in uncirculated condition or with a rare minting error, can be a treasure trove waiting to be discovered. So, what does this mean for you? If you've got a stash of coins sitting in your collection or buried in a drawer somewhere, it might be time to pull them out and take a closer look at the 1998 Kennedy half-dollars you have. You could be holding onto a rare and valuable piece of American history, just waiting to be discovered. Before you go, if you found this information helpful and exciting, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Keep your eyes peeled. Your next coin could be worth more than you ever imagined. And who knows, you might just have a $49,000 treasure hiding in your collection right now.